I'm going to give you about 5 minutes right now. Go ahead. See what you do. You're obviously going to pick the left-hand side there. But let's see if you can get this. Joe, to answer your question that you asked me earlier, it's not going to be like the hardest one you ever did. That's what you said earlier. After tomorrow's class, then you will have seen everything. So it is what it is. Anything I showed on the board is fair game. Can I ask you this, because I think how are you all starting? Because I got a feeling you're all starting the same way. I mean, how are you starting this one? I mean, you're going to pick the left side. The left side is more complicated. You didn't even start it yet? I mean, how are you starting it? Because you all should be pretty much starting it the same way, I think. Wow. Jimmy.
Changing the.
And if you do that, someone tell me what to write down. Because this part should be easy by now. You've been doing this converting to sines and cosines to well before Christmas break. The last quiz you took in here, you were doing this on. Someone tell me what to write down. Convert whatever you can to sines and cosines. Come on, boys. I'm going to do well on this test. Jack. Okay, now listen to me. Because someone was saying about, how much do you have to show?
Nope.
Mr. Moffat, what's going on? What's up?
Nothing, I'm just away, that's all.
Did you enter the contest?
Yeah. What contest?
Sure. Joe's fully recovered. Did you know that?
Yeah, I got cleared.
Mr. Moffat, he's fully recovered.
No, he's not. There's still residue, right?
Yo, Dowds, if you divide, look, right? Now, if you want to combine this all in one step, that's fine. Divided by cosine means to multiply by, I just showed you this right at the beginning of class. If you want to do this 2 steps in 1 step, that's okay. This is cosine over sine divided by cosine. But dividing by cosine means to, had one on the board just like this right at the beginning, Rob,
Multiply by the reciprocal.
which is
1
1 over
over cosine.
the cosine. Plus, what's secant? Convert. Joe,
1 over cosine. X.
over, what's cotan?
Cosine.
See that? That's just 1 over sine, right? Plus 1 over cosine times the reciprocal. Watch this. This comes down. All right, somebody, what's this? Go ahead, multiply. So this times the reciprocal, I flipped it, so go ahead, times the two fractions there. What do you get? Jack?
Sine over cosine squared.
Look, this is almost done. How are you going to continue? Freshman algebra. How are you going to continue? I've done this several times with you before the break. You're adding two fractions with different denominators, so what do you got to do, Rob?
Find the least common.
What's the common denominator for those two things? We'll just put it over here so everybody can see it. Howard,
Sine of x, cosine squared x.
where's the LCD to put it there? So what do you have to times this first fraction by to get the LCD? See, you guys should know how to do that by now, no sweat. What do you have to times this first fraction by to get that LCD? Noah?
Cosine squared x.
So cosine squared x over sine x cosine squared of x. What do you have to times the second fraction by to get that? Howard?
Sine of x.
So now there's already a sign up there. That's going to make sine squared of x over the LCD. And now what are you ready to do? Look, equal denominators means, Rob, make one fraction. And what's the numerator going to be? Oh my God, there it is again. When you make one fraction, what's the numerator going to be? Jack?
1.
Do you all see that? Isn't cosine squared plus sine squared 1? Now I'm just moving over here because I'm out of room here. You're there. Why? You're there. Don't have blinders on. You always got to be looking to see. That's your goal. I'm telling you you're there. Why? Tell me why, though. It's right there. It's right in front of you. And why am I saying you're there? Look. Tell me. Andrew.
You can split it into two fractions.
Doesn't this... Here, I'll write it out for you. You wouldn't even have to show me that step if you don't want to. But isn't 1 over sine of x cosecant of x? Isn't 1 over cosine squared? Secant squared. Now, I'm going to be wrapping all this up tomorrow. So, go back to eBackpack. Here's your homework. Take out a good piece of paper. I hope you are doing these, because if you're not making an effort to do these, you're going to do lousy on this test. Go to eBackpack. You should already be there. Tap on worksheet number 2, proving identities. Worksheet number 2, proven identities. There's the numbers. Only those 6. So just mark the numbers down so you know. Worksheet number 2, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Now, start on number 1 right away, and I'm even going to tell you what to do there to start. Well, you tell me, somebody. How do you think you'd want to start number one? So everyone's starting the same way. Worksheet number 2. God, it's popping right out at you there. You gotta know your identities. You don't see an identity that's right there to replace it with? Not good. What's the denominator? Wow. Rob,
Cosecant squared.
1 plus cotangent squared is cosecant squared. So there's the first thing you want to put, cotangent squared of x minus 1 over cosecant squared. And then I'm going to tell you how to go about this one. Then go ahead and convert to sines and cosines and use normal algebra. Go ahead, begin. I want everyone starting at number 1. Put cosecant squared in for the denominator, then convert the sines and cosines, and then use normal algebra from there. Try to do a good job with this. Tomorrow I'm going to be wrapping everything up. The test is going to be either Thursday or Friday. If the test is Friday, I'll start something new on Thursday, even if it's on Friday. But I'm finishing all this tomorrow. All right.